Yo, what is up, everybody? Good evening. Happy Wednesday. This is my last game on the East Coast, and it still kind of feels like it's at the right time. Otherwise, this would have been a 4 o'clock game for me on the West Coast. Let me make sure we get our things up and running here. And that's not what we wanted. Nope, that's that one. Okay, all right. Fryzem, yo yo yo, what's up? What is up? And we are getting ready to go here on this Wednesday evening. There it is. There it is. Move this over to the right. Orlando Lion Fan Club saying he's watching the U.S. versus Canada under 20 hockey. Very nice. Is the U.S. winning, or are we getting our butts kicked by the Canadians? How is that? How is that working at the moment? Somehow it's not blocked on YouTube. Interesting. Well, uh, let's see. Let's go here. Open this one. Yup. Let's open up our game cast. Let's open up our game. We will get the we'll get the Discord running here in a second. 7 p.m. It's probably like a 7:04 tip. I think we're fine as far as like time is concerned. But luckily for us, we actually have the early game tonight. USA 1-0. All right, well there you go. Pretty good. Okay, so the game cast we need to get up. Where's the game cast? It's this one. Bingo. There it is. That's that. So that's that. This is on our ACC network. And we are going to be up and running here in Discord in just a second. Okay. Again, mute myself there. Okay. Yep. All right, here we go. All right. Let's go here. This is going to be a tough game. As I'm sure most of you are aware, we do not have very good uh, very good luck at PNC Arena here. NC State, welcome in Chris Hand, by the way. Welcome in, everybody. Good evening here. We are ready to go in Raleigh. It's Derek Lively to control the tip. I will get through my pregame spiel probably at the first TV timeout, but we will get through that here. So NC State 11-4. They're actually 3 losses coming in conference play. Their latest one of which was against Clemson the other night. It was sort of close at the end, but they ended up losing this thing anyway. So Roach going to try to start things from 3. That's no good. But the offensive board to Mark Mitchell, and that's blocked from behind. Duke and NC State, by the way, 2 of the top offensive rebounding teams in the ACC. I think it's Duke number 1 and NC State number 2 is how it goes. So expect a lot of offensive rebounds in this particular game. But however, NC State not deep, right? They've been decimated by injury, especially their big man. It's a lovely skyhook there by Derek Lively, but it just doesn't go. And this lineup is actually, it's going to be Blakes, Roach, Mitchell, Filipowski, and Lively here, and then it's Smith, Joyner, Morsel, Dewana, and Gant. Terquavion Smith for NC State is their star, so to speak. Keep an eye on number 0, and also keep an eye on the three-point shooting there by NC State, which goes long. Rebound to the Blue Devils. Timothy Phillips, welcome in. Welcome in. Good evening to you. And Filipowski trying to get post position down low. And Filipowski now trying to go, should take his man one-on-one here, and I think he will. No foul called, actually, and he misses the bunny lay-in, and it's still 0-0 here after 2 minutes of play. And now driving Joyner, jump stop back. No, that shot's not going to go. Nice rebound there by Lively. So it's sort of game within the game, right? Between the trees here that we've got between Lively and Filipowski, their defensive rebounding ability and the ability to keep NC State off the glass. Although NC State not running a really tall lineup. Anyway, so We expect to see DJ Burns, number 30, who was a starter in the previous game but did not start tonight. Nice little dump off there. Filipowski as Mitchell does not get fouled, and then Mitchell gets blocked. But Jalen Blake's with the block there. The three-pointer is no good. Neither team seems to be able to find the bottom of the bucket. And we keep going back and forth. And here is Joyner. Over to Marcel, and then back to Smith. Smith, one of the top scorers in the ACC, actually third overall, averaging about 18 points per game. The three-pointer there by NC State's no good. Weak side rebound attempted by Mitchell, but it's knocked out of bounds from behind by NC State. Oh, Jack Clark is out tonight. Oh, okay. So that's actually, I didn't realize that before the game started, but that's another reason why maybe we actually have an advantage on the rebounding on the boards here this evening. Actually, controlling the ball now is Blake, so gives it over to Roach. Kind of going to late in the shot clock here, 15 seconds, so we still haven't really initiated any offense. Roach thought about the three, actually cannot penetrate. Good defense by Smith. There's the high screen by Lively, and it's actually just going to be a turnover by Roach. That possession was just awful, and here's some transition by State, and they finally cracked the scoring, and that's Greg Gant there with 2 on transition. Now Duke could have tried to go the other way in transition, and we're out of bounds, yo. Oh, my Lord. As we continue to be able to not play in transition at all. We actually got away with it. Blake's, I think, got away with a hand check there, too. Which I suppose would have killed the play, so it wouldn't have been that terrible. DJ Burns. Yo, this is a big boy, guys. Wait a sec. Oh, USA goal. Oh, okay. Canada 2-1. Well, so USA still 2-1 there. Fan club. Marcel going to go to DJ Burns, and now it's Ryan Clark, who's giving up probably 50 pounds or so. And then but DJ Burns gets the 2. Good Lord. That is a big boy. All right, Roach, Filipowski. High screen by Young. Filipowski almost gives it away. Travel. Yeah. Whew. Well, and that's a turnover. So there we go. Okay. 4-0 NC State here in the early going. Let's look at the lead, shall we say, right? Some of the things we were going to talk about here before we jumped into the game that I wanted to touch on. Duke indeed does lead the all-time series. By the way, let's get this out of the way first and foremost. Number one, this is not a rivalry. NC State Duke is not a rivalry, despite what NC State fans will say. It is only Duke and Carolina that is technically the rivalry, okay? So that we're just going to put out of the way. All right, good. Now we can continue. So Duke leading, of course, the overall series between State and Duke, 150-102. However, NC State has beat us 4 out of the last 6 times that we have played at PNC Arena in Raleigh, which you would think that it's like not that much of a terrible, like not that crazy of home field advantage or whatever, because we have plenty of Duke fans. It's like a 25-minute drive, guys. But indeed, it is quite a good place for NC State to play, and they do end up beating us quite a bit. The other crazy thing about NC State's record against Duke, and especially Coach Kevin Keats is 2-3 against the Blue Devils, so played 5 times, right? But the only 2 times that he has won have come against ranked Duke teams at PNC Arena, which of course is tonight. So if there was ever a trap game, and actually I don't even know if you would call it a trap game because we should have known that this was coming. If there was ever a time Duke was favored, I think by like 4 or something, because there was a time you wanted to maybe pick a Duke upset if you're a betting man, it might be tonight. But they get better off a few times now if you wanted to debate Wake Forest. No, Wake Forest isn't either, although Wake Forest would also say that they are rivals with Duke. Only Duke Carolina. Everyone else just pretends. But in any case, yeah. So NC State is coming off this loss to Clemson where they just shot really poorly. Like 30, they were shooting 31% from the field for that game. And I don't expect them to, uh, shoot that poorly again. The other interesting piece about NC State is that, we had talked about their 11-4 record. They actually played number 3 Kansas in that Battle for Atlantis tournament. They're this multi-team events, as they call them, right? Early on in the season, right after, yes, I guess right after we had played Kansas, because that team event came after the Champions Classic, and they only lost by 6, which, if we recall the margin of loss or victory for us, if we flip back to that Kansas game, we were 69-64. We had only lost by 5. So, like, that's kind of an interesting little tidbit, right? Like, we played a common opponent and both lost by, like, the same amount. So it's rather interesting. Hey, buddy. Oh, the 2 dogs came into the apartment. Oh, you think Tua should retire from the NFL? Let me tell you, man. Tua should not play in the NFL for the rest of the year with the concussions that are. But yeah, the Hamlin incident for the other day, incredibly scary, right? Apparently he's doing better today. But still, like, that's one heck of a situation I don't think any of us have seen in our lifetime. As DJ Burns gets another easy lay-in here, basically NC State just controlling everything inside the paint. We'd expect them to also be able to hit threes. NC State about 10 threes per game, but so far that hasn't really happened for them. Ryan Young coming off a fantastic last game in his last outing against Florida State, right? Perfect. I actually have a stat on that one too that we'll get to in a second. And here's Byrne going again on Ryan Young. At least Ryan Young isn't fouling. And there's Byrne. Oh my goodness. He's got that shot go. He's got 6 in the early going, and we just can't guard the dude. Oh my lord. What is Duke doing? Not scoring. Losing at Raleigh. Like, this is what we do every year now, apparently. It's crazy. It's all right. Dariq Whitehead in the game now. We just gotta see one go down. That's a reach-in foul on Morcell. Yep. Easy. It was a grab. Yeah, actually, this latest shot is actually more impressive, I think, than the drive. Yeah, damn. By the way, folks, if you need the game, it's in Discord. Hit the sub button. Join your fellow Blue Devil subscribers in the Discord channel for the watch party. Tyrese Proctor in the game, but he can't get that to go either. He left it short. And Ryan Young could not come down with the rebound. And that is yet again another empty trip down the floor. So NC State, 8-0. Smith, there's a foul against Ryan Young. It's the first on Young and first against the Blue Devils. Chad, I think we're just basically spotting them an 8-point lead at this point. I mean... Oh, Timothy, that is a great story. You have a friend who's 2 years sober and is recovered. That is actually a fantastic story. We get some clap. Can we do emotes in chat? Can we do some clap emotes in chat? That's fantastic. That is a great story to share, despite the misery that we are watching right now in Raleigh happening. Because such play might induce one to drink if it keeps going this way, as we are now down 10 points after the 2 Tre'Quavion Smith free throws. Shire just trying to put anybody in the game who can get any back bucket at the moment, as Grandison has entered the game. So it's Roach, Young, Grandison, Whitehead, and Proctor, which is just a bizarre lineup as Roach gets blocked and he gets swatted again, blocked twice in the same possession, and NC State is out in transition, and that 3-pointer by Jaquel Joyner goes down as well, and that's a 13-0 NC State. Oh my goodness. That is a timeout there by John Shire. Yo, this is going the way If there were a forfeit, we should throw it now. This is going the way of the Louisville game from a couple years ago. Yeah. Uh-huh. So interestingly enough, some more stats for you here. This is the so NC State actually happens to be the ACC's second-ranked scoring offense, and Duke is the second-ranked scoring defense. Virginia being the first. I actually don't know who the first-ranked offense would be. It's not us. With NC State averaging about 80 points per game, but we only let up about 60. And so right now, apparently, we're playing defense against ourselves because we have 0. Yeah. Are we even on track? So 60, 30. They're actually NC State is actually on track to hit about 60 right now, with about, well, a little bit more than 60 actually, but in any case, this is some decent transition here. And actually, Whitehead is blocked from behind from DJ Burns again. And despite the fact that we had transition and what should have been an easy 2-pointer, we come up with nothing on that trip as well. Wow, this is wow. Oh my gosh, this is Smith. That was a brick, thankfully, as that 3-point shot doesn't go, and that's Duke ball. As goodness. We should make a mini tournament of the worst conference teams. I mean, at this rate, talk about worst conference teams on the road. The showing we've had at the showing at Wake Forest was a disaster. And now this is headed to disaster territory pretty quickly if we don't shape things up here. Burns goes to the bench, which might be a blessing for us. As Filipowski comes back in the game, as does Mitchell. And so, oh man, he missed Grandison. Oh my God, Filipowski just literally throws it out into the freaking stands. Oh my Lord. Grandison was actually wide open, streaking right down the middle. Filipowski could have dumped it over to Grandison for an easy 2, but didn't. Instead, decided to throw it away in the stands. Yeah, I have my remote in the TV. Oh, goodness. You know, it's kind of sometimes what I like watching on the phone, so I can just throw the phone against the wall. It's got a case, obviously, though, right? So it won't break in any case. Here we go. Proctor to Mitchell. Let's see if Mitchell will actually bail us out. Will that go? Okay, all right, we got a foul. We got a foul. It's a shooting foul. We're going to go to the free throw line. We are going to go to the free throw line here, yeah. I cannot do this right now. Hopefully y'all haven't, oh my God, he misses it. Oh my God. I mean, all right. At least hit the free throw, man. Actually, Duke, one of the better free throw shooting teams in the country at around 83%, but clearly that's not what Mark Mitchell is up to right now. He missed them both? My God. This is a nightmare right now, yeah? Oh my God, that was Smith just pushing Filipowski out of the way. Huh. And so we are almost 8 minutes of game time. Oh, that was almost a turnover there. And we still haven't scored. Do you remember me from the last 2 games? Of course, actually. I do have a pretty good memory for the regulars, by the way. 2003. You've changed your name, though, because it's now 2003 GPD8. Yeah. But yes, I do remember. There you go. Oh, my God. Filipowski can't get that. Okay, Mitchell has to dunk this. All right, there you go. Good Lord. I mean, they had to take 3 shots, like, within a foot of the rim. This is yeah. Okay, now we just, like, claw our way back into this thing one at a time. Smith's 3, that looks good. Yeah, that is, that 3-pointer is absolutely good. Oh, man. think that's the second foul on Ross. I think. Yeah. What the hell happened? I don't know. We just played. We just like stopped. We just didn't do anything for 8 minutes. 100 to 15. Unfortunately, that can't happen because we've already let them score 18. So maybe 100 to 18. Yeah. Goodness gracious. This is Do you think we will still win? I think yeah, I mean, I think we can. Look, we got blitz coming out of we got blitz coming like at the start of the game. There's nothing that says like we can't come out in the second half and do this in reverse, right? Like look, the other crazy thing is like if you go into the halftime time locker room, we're down 16. You go into the halftime locker room down 9, like within 10 points. Like okay, like you're down less than 10 points on the road, like just go get it, right? Like whatever, man. Like sure, you'd like to be like would we rather be up 16? Yeah, sure. I mean, the other thing that can happen is that like kind of like what happened to Florida State the other night for those of us that were watching that Florida State game. Where like they just got down really big in the first half, and then in the second half they actually ended up playing us even, but like even isn't good enough at that point, right? Because you like already like lost the game. You just like even if we just played NC State, like the second half was like 30 to 30 or something, it just like wouldn't matter, right? So like that's a possibility. Um, but yeah, let's just try to get this thing to a manageable like under 10 by halftime, and then you're good to go. Yeah. Everyone's asleep out there. I don't know how you could be asleep. Like the bus ride from like Duke to NC State is like 30 minutes. Like it's like hard to even take a nap. But but yeah. Oh, so I was slightly off on my stat about offensive rebounding, by the way. Duke and NC State are first and second in offensive rebounding. I said second and third. It was Duke 1, NC State 2. But right now the rebounds probably about even, though we'll have to pull up our stats here. Yep. UNC Clown Show. Right now it's Duke Clown Show. Right now it's the Duke Clown Show at the moment. Let's see, what do we have? Yeah, 11 rebounds, Duke 9 to NC State. So, yeah. Yeah, so this is what we just like historically play really bad at Raleigh. I don't know, like some mental block about having to play at Raleigh. Must be because when they switched venues, they didn't always play at PNC. They have a second venue too. They used to play there. Ever since they switched, we've been like we've been miserable. Well, GBDA, that's a given, right? Raleigh just sucks in general. Actually, I kind of like for a little for its city. It's not bad. Roach trying to make something happen. Grandison extra pass out to Mitchell, and that's a travel, so that's a turnover. You know what? Maybe it's just the thing with weekday games. I have a feeling we just don't do well with weekday games. The Wake Forest one was a weekday game too. We just like completely like laid an egg on that one. We just like can't seem to play our Tuesday slash our Tuesday Wednesday weekday ACC game. Just like isn't happening for us. Foul on Ryan Young. That's his second actually. Kind of suspect there. What's going on? Why are we losing? We are losing because we can't put the ball in the basket. Literally. Yeah, in 2020 it was 66, 60, 88. I think I might have that game somewhere in my score sheet. Duke Carolina used to always be on a Wednesday for the first one. Well, there's always a weekday and there's always a weekend, I think. As how, or maybe they're not. Maybe they both can land on a weekend. But I mean, we literally can't put the ball in the basket. It's like we've had plenty of chances at the rim too, and they've been blocked largely. Here's Lively on Burns, and then it's Lively. Oh, Burns in and out, but that's actually deflected out to NC State. We talked about the offensive rebounding. Here's Joyner for three, weak side rebound to Burns from State. That's the second one in Jalen Blake's. Actually, not a bad foul because that would have been an instant two if Joyner had picked that up. We're struggling from everywhere. I like NC State red football helmet. We're struggling from two. We're struggling from three. We're struggling to in transition. We're struggling to move the ball. Not struggling to rebound. Even actually. Morcell, no. Okay, there's two players that hit the deck actually, and no foul call. I kind of like the no call on that one. High screen there by Lively, and here's Blake's now trying to go, and he just turns it over because he gets caught up in the air with nowhere to go with it. As Proctor, oh, he can't finish! Smith can't finish around Proctor, so at least the good hustle by Tyrese Proctor to get back in transition. So Duke dodging a bullet there. Let's see if we can get any offense going. High screen by Lively, over to Roach, over to Mitchell. Mitchell going to try to go one-on-one here, and Mitchell traveled again. Wow. Mitchell traveled again. That's basically he's traveled. Okay, Smith also traveled, by the way. Good Lord. I mean, NC State is playing with without two starters, and we are just like completely like deer in the headlights. Have no idea what we're doing. Morcell driving in on Filipowski, decent defense, but the Morcell's fadeaway jump shot is good, and that's 20-2. Roach with the Euro step gets blocked, and that's actually a foul on Burns. That's his first. And Roach will go to the free throw line. And I suppose we can get back in the game from the free throw line as long as we hit our free throws. I'd be okay with that. What do I think Shire is doing? Shire is probably looking for his jersey to strap some Nikes on right now. There you go. Roach gets the first to drop. Actually, Roach Shire is just throwing whatever rotation or any set of players he can to try to get any spark or anything. I've been a Duke fan since I was 7. That is awesome. You come from a Duke family? All right, Duke in zone. All right, so Shire has switched to Duke zone, which actually almost results in a turnover and should. Yes, that should be. No, NC State will retain possession. I thought Duke was going to come up with that turnover. And so Whitehead will come to the game now. So that's what we did. We switched to a zone defense, which, to be fair, throwing a different look at NC State to try to do something. Although now we're back to man. Nope, now we're still in zone, 2-3 zone. This is going to be Joyner for 3. That's a deep one, and actually offensive board to Morcell, who was just in the right place, even though he wasn't the tallest guy. Here's Burns. That 2-pointer's got good. Either the tip out back to NC State as they're going to have a third crack at this. And there's the offensive rebounding of State that we talked about earlier. And here's Joyner again. That shot's not going to be any good either as Lively tries to come down with the rebound and can't. And now blocks it, and NC State still has it as the 5th shot on the possession can't go. And finally, Derek Lively brings down the rebound. Good Lord. What in God's name? Oh my God. Jalen Blakes just gets put on the floor. Filipowski tried to block it from behind and could not. And Joyner gets 2 more as we have yet another timeout here. Blake's gets 17 points in 2 back-to-back games and thinks he can go into, a 6'8", 250-pound dude. Good Lord. Holy moly. How big is this guy, by the way? What is the actual size and weight that they give him? I have the NC State playbook thing open here. He is 6'9", 275-pound graduate transfer from Yorkshire Preparatory. What? Yeah, that's great. Oh, okay. He was playing for Winthrop. 6'9", 275. Good Lord. Also, let's not forget, UVA lost last night, too. UVA lost last night at Pitt, actually. Yes, 7 turnovers and 7 block shots. I wasn't even counting the block shots. Okay, now we just gotta slow it down one bucket at a time. Honestly, I think we're just beating ourselves at this point because it's not even like they're playing. Whoa, there's Whitehead for 3, nicely done in the corner. It's not even like NC State's playing that good of defense. They're just blocking shots at the rim, daring us basically to shoot it, and Whitehead obliges there, and he picks up the first 3-pointer for the Blue Devils. Duke gonna stay in that zone, which gets screened here at the top, but Proctor picks it back up over to Joyner. And then back to Smith, and then back to Joyner. Thought about the 3, and Proctor goes flying, but Joyner takes a couple dribbles in, and this is Morcell now, and Morcell's got 2 from an easy 12-footer, and that drops there. And that's a foul on Smith before the inbounds, and we will take it out of bounds again. And actually, oh wait, that's the under 8 timeout, so there we go. Okay, well, 7:47 to go here in the first. 24-7, NC State. Typically, I would have thought that would say that the other way around, but anyway. And that's where we're at, chat. So, how was your day? Because I must say that this is not what we were expecting here tonight. I don't think. Definitely not what we were expecting. Anyway, I suppose the other way that we could get ourselves back into this is by, at the free throw line. So NC State has 5 team fouls this half, and 2 more would start putting us in the bonus there. Just looking at some of my other notes. I don't even want to look at the stats right now. We're shooting 2 of 16. That's 12.5%. I don't even know how that's possible. $12.5%. The interesting piece here, though. So Tre'Quavion Smith, who we talked about, number 0, has scored in double figures in all of NC State's 15 games this season. He currently has 7, so he's well on his way there. But it's other NC State players that are also contributing, like DJ Burns has 6. Joyner has 5. Morcell has 4. So 5 players have there scored for NC State. We have scored for Mark Mitchell, Whitehead, and Roach have a bucket or free throws each. Johnny to call timeout and get some faces. John's already called 2 timeouts, actually. As you can see, we got timeouts available. 2 left. as John has already called 2. But yeah, that hasn't worked. I don't know what else to say. I'm a little stunned, to be honest. Like, you had okay, like Wake Forest was bad on the road, but like a second road outing that's just as bad? Anyway, we can get ourselves back into this thing. You get a stop and 2 buckets like back to back. You're right back in it. I left and this happened. Ha! There you go. Now you're back though. He needs to throw the clipboard. We need to play some defense too. Well, actually, see, what's kind of funny is that there's no more like you know how they used to wear suit jackets. This Whitehead steps back for 3 and he's got it. All right, so there's one. I said we get a bucket, a stop, and a bucket. There's your bucket. Now we need to stop. Maybe the chat. This could be Whitehead's game, right? He's already hit 2 3-pointers. Like this could be big for Whitehead here tonight. Could be an opportunity here. That shot. Oh my God, the dude just can't just banks it in. That is silly. All right, so couldn't come up with the stop. 16-point advantage to State as Proctor drives in, gets it stripped. No, retains possession. Possession arrow is going to give it to NC State, actually. I had that wrong. So this is NC State. And now we'll flip to Duke. So that like turns into a turnover there too. So yet another turnover for the Blue Devils. A lot of just playing way too sped up. It's like a young team is trying to get it back all at once. Like there's no 16-point basket, right? Like you just have to play one possession at a time. And on the offensive side and the defensive side, by the way. It's good effort by Whitehead. I just hedge that screen while he's in the zone here. So here's Burns. They try to go backdoor cut there, NC State. That's a travel. Travel. Yeah, State travels. Good defense by Lively. Giving up a ton of weight to a 275 dude, man. But here's Roach. Man, we're like initiating offense 30 feet from the basket, man. It's like, or beyond that, actually. Okay. Oh, I don't know where Lively was throwing that. We're just like way off. Like, is he expecting Filipowski to go up for an alley-oop? Like, was that the play? Because it just ended up in the first row. Like, what? He gets benched immediately. I'm like, what? Why are you trying to be cute about it, right? Just like feed it to him. Just give him a bounce pass and feed it to him. Or drive it yourself. I mean, the zone has definitely slowed the game down, but here's a long 3-pointer there from Smith. That doesn't go. It was straight on. And, like, this is a gift here, too. NC State just took a bad shot early in the shot clock at 3, ill-advised. Roach trying to play hero ball. Mitchell comes down with the rebound. Got to get this out. Oh, okay, never mind. As Mitchell goes in, he's got 4. I think you got to kick that out, but anyway. Yeah, well, right now, like, I don't even know if Duke wants this game at all, right? Like, Mike, like, we're doubting right now. It's a backdoor cut there by State, but he can't pick it up. That was Gant that couldn't pick it up cleanly. They try to re-backdoor cut it, and Duke intercepts this one. And that's another turnover by NC State. The second one by Burns. And here's the cut by Filipowski, and Filipowski is on the board there in transition as Kevin Keats calls time. And finally, back-to-back buckets. There's some life for Duke, as we have now chiseled this thing down to 12. So that's what I'm talking about, right? There's no 16-point bucket. You got to get a bucket. You got to get a stop. You got to be solid on defense. You got to go back to the other side. In this case, you got a turnover here. You take it in transition. You finally play some nice transition ball. Play it fast before NC State can set up. Boom. Now, the other thing is, remember, as the game gets closer and closer, right? So assuming we start making this comeback, the pressure goes back on NC State. They're the home team. They're the ones that got out big at the start, right? Like at this point, most of the country has written Duke off, like right, like young team. There's no Zion Williamson to like come and save them here, like we did in Louisville. Like everyone except for us here, obviously on this channel and in the chat has written them off. But like the pressure will mount for NC State. They'll make bad decisions, right? We sped them up a little bit. Here's 2 turnovers on back-to-back possessions. And all of a sudden, we're starting to cook a little bit here. You get another stop on this possession, by the way. You get another 2. Now you have your 10-point game. And that's what we said. You get this thing to below 10 by the time we get into halftime. Boom. You gotta end the half really strong there here. There's 5 minutes to go. You can't let NC State go on another run and like push this thing back out to 20. You're like right on the cusp here of like actually like going into halftime like believing okay, NC State just throws that one off the backboard, which wasn't even a shot. Roach over to Filipowski for 3. That's an air ball. Right idea in transition, but was an air ball, so it was a bad shot, and we leave Joyner unguarded as that's a 3. So that is a huge swing, as we could have had 3 on our side, but they get 3 on their side. And they keep it in bounds, and here's Smith for 3, and that one goes down, and now you have a disaster. Okay. Back-to-back 3-pointers for NC State as Burns picks up a second foul. What did I say? You can't let NC State go on a run and pull this thing back out to 20, and then like this is the exact same. God damn it. You were right. We were right on the cusp of making this thing a 10-point game. Roach makes the first. And gets the second as well. Yeah, NC State not a deep team, but at this point, right, like, doesn't seem like they need it. Doesn't seem like it matters, as that should be a backdoor cut. Nice block by Mitchell. Oh, but NC State picks it up. Morcell, and that rebound needs to come down to Duke, and Grandison does get it. Next whistle will take us to a media timeout. Roach probing, looking for opportunities. This down low to Ryan Young, who's been quiet tonight. Young goes up. That's a travel. That's another travel. Wow, man. We turned it over, like, in that same spot, there's been 3 traveling calls in that exact same spot. Good Lord. Sad state of affairs right now. Okay, chat. Somebody give us a good story. Somebody give us something positive. My dog is nice and quiet tonight. That's a positive, I guess. He's been expending lots of energy playing with the other pups on the around. All right. Do I even want to look at the stats? I don't even know, man. 11 turnovers is just insane. Like we're on track to turn the ball over like 24 times in the game. Oh god. The other weird thing about that stat though, so we've put 11 turnovers, but NC State has only scored 11 points off those turnovers. So typically, what like my test here is like you want to kind of be at like 1.5 uh, points per turnover, and that's like really good. Obviously, if you like score on every turnover, right, it's like 2 points per turnover. You're at like be at like 22, and this thing would be really out of reach. But yeah, they haven't actually been converting on our turnovers as much. Yeah. But let's see, rebound. Well, and the other, it's weird. Like rebounding, also we're like within one for rebounds. They've only offensive rebounded one more than us, and it's just 13 of 31. That means they've taken 10 more shots. They've taken 10 more shots at 41%. So if they had taken the same amount of shots as us at 40, yeah, this would not be as terrible. They've taken so many more shots, and they've hit from three. They're 4 of 11 from three, actually. Anyway, did the Duke basketball marathon today on my YouTube list. Guess that was a mistake. Hey, announcer, I just said that. All right. ACC Network, I said they attempted 10 more shots. We called that out. Duke's still sitting in the zone here. And Joyner does not go. That's just. But we can't come down with a rebound, and it goes out of bounds off of us. Like, come on. You got to go up strong and get that with two hands. Grandison is going up with a single hand trying to get that rebound. You got to rebound with two hands here. That's bad. That's just bad effort. Joyner going again, and no, and it's just too easy here for Dewana, who's just sitting underneath the basket. I could dunk it from there, and I can barely reach the rim. And that's going to be another turnover as Young tries to feed Dariq Whitehead, and it bounces off his foot. I mean, this is this is worse than Wake Forest, yo. This might be the worst game I've seen Duke play in years. All right, here's a transition opportunity. If we're going to squander it, yep, can't even get the layup. As Roaches gets put on the floor, and Morcell will score on that end. So there's a 4-point swing. So we've had like 10-point swings. We've had 9-point swings because we had a 3-pointer on one, and then they went in and put 6, and then there's a 4-point swing. Yeah, that 07 team. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah. LJ Thomas gets 3 again. Okay. All right, and now we're down 21. So this is exactly what we said could not happen. When we got it to 12, and we said, okay, you're within striking distance of making this a 10-point game at halftime, and you can't let NC State go up 20. And here we are sitting now. We're up 21. So there you go. At least Ryan Young can hit free throws, so there you go. 3 points for him, hopefully 4. And actually, he missed one. Wow, okay. So Ryan Young missed the free throw. Wow. Okay, Roach gets tossed. NC State three-pointer is no good. He was trying to be rather flashy about that, was Joyner. He's like, oh, I just dropped a dude, and now I'm going to hit a 3 on him. And so, but that doesn't go. Good interior passing by Mitchell, and there's Ryan Young. All right. All right, now Young, if he can score on this here. Oh, so okay, so apparently even USA losing there. They were up 2-0 at one point, right, Orlando? Ryan gets that one, so 6. All right, we've got 5 points out of this one. Our scan has 2 T's. I misspelled that. All right, just look. Maybe it's like a 14-point game or something. Can we get to 25 without having them score in the next 60 seconds? Oof, that 3-pointer. All right, a bit of a gift, but Morcell comes down with a rebound, so can't even get that. Wow, we really are not even rebounding well. Oh. Second chance opportunity for NC State results in points again. I mean, the lack of rebounding is just lack of effort. They're just not going for it, man. And the balls are just landing in the laps of NC State players. Duke's got to be asking themselves, what do they do? What are you doing, man? Whitehead, no, too fast. Just, no. Spins into a double team and gets it stripped. No. I think John Shire wants a foul. John Shire wants Roach to foul him because they have fouls to give, so they need to have NC State inbound this, and yeah. Took John Shire the better 10 seconds to get that message across. I think Blake's going to pick up a second here after the inbounds, yeah. And so we got one more foul to give. And there it is again. So about shaving off about 2 to 3 seconds per foul. Although that's now Jalen Blake's third. So either Shire's like, well, we're not actually going to use you much, or I don't know. End of this shot's going to go. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Why not? Of course it's going to go. It doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. We've seen enough college basketball, y'all, to know that, when a team is, this hot on their home court playing Duke, the Hail Mary, literally fading out of bounds, 3-point shot is going to go at the buzzer. Yeah, it's just not our night. Sometimes it's just not your night, and tonight is that night. Good Lord. I don't even know what this. I don't even know what this analysis is gonna say. Uh, boy. Let's see. Okay, we're still shooting 30%, under 30%. Yeah. Okay, 7 of 24. NC State shooting 46%. Like, to be fair though, well, like, okay, so 44 points. Yeah, 44. Oh, okay, crap. Like, our scoring average is 60. Like, we let teams score 60, and NC State put up 44 and a half. Like, that defense is just not going to get it done. Um, Texas A&M adjusting to SEC play by getting a technical for forgetting their jerseys. How do you forget your jerseys? What? I don't know. Oh, hey. Well, it looks like the pup showed up. So at least he's here. He's hungry though. He wants some food. He wants some food. Let's go over some. Do we even go over stats chat? I don't even know. There's like okay, we're like losing the rebounding margin by 4. NC State has 9 offensive boards in the first half. 13 turnovers is the other one. NC State has 7 assists on 18 makes. It's like not even a thing. That's like okay, I guess. Yeah, 8 blocks is the other crazy thing. NC State has 8 blocks. Okay, so they've blocked 8 of our shots, and we've turned it over 13 times. We've given it another. So that's 21. Count it. 21 opportunities to score that are just gone. Okay. And that would be like, and we're 7 of 24. That would have been like 45 shots if we like, you know, which would at least be like it would have like turned this into a high, like, right, if they don't have all the blocks and all these turnovers, it would be like it would just be a high scoring game, right? Like, yeah, maybe we would still be down, but it would just be a high scoring game. We'd have like maybe like 35 points or something. Um, this has to be the worst showing I've witnessed since I can't remember. Let's just say it's been a very long time. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like what I said earlier. I was like, you know what? I don't think I've seen. Okay, here it is. I don't think I've seen a Duke team this bad since that Clemson loss in 2000 and hold on, 2000 and 2009, 2010, the one where we went down to Clemson and we just like as a one of the top ranked teams and we just got blown out. We just got run out of the gym. Yeah, that's probably that's probably it. I think that's probably the one that comes to mind, right? I would guess. Who replaces A&M in their conf? Wasn't A&M part of the Big 12? Are they having a? They're having a bunch of new teams in the Big 12 next year, aren't they? Do I think we come back? I mean, I'd like to say yes, but like the way we're playing, probably not. Like, let's just be realistic. Like, unless we somehow like you magically flip the halves and all of a sudden NC State scores 22 and we score 44, like I guess it could happen. Yeah. I mean Miami on the road against Georgia Tech, I guess. Oh, well, okay. It's a 4-point advantage there. Big 12 only has 10 schools. Yeah, I know. All the conference realignment has just gotten bizarro, right? I mean, our only saving grace at this point is that the game at least is going quickly. So, like, we might actually be done before 9. Hey, buddy. Hey, come here. This is time for its puppy hour actually right now. That's the only recompense we have. Hey, come here. Up. Oh no, he just wants to lay down. Nope. Up. Come here. I like, can't pick you up if you're under the desk. You're too heavy. This little guy is like now 35 pounds, and he's telling me to pick him up from the ground. I can't. I can't do that, buddy. No. No. Come here. Come here. Ugh. Yep. He's looking very cute right now, but it's on his back. None of them have talent. That's the unfortunate piece, is that the NBA doesn't always draft on talent, they draft on potential talent. And the problem is I think a lot of our guys have potential talent. Yeah. Come on, bud. Come on. I just don't understand, like, mentally how you're like this poorly prepared. Like, I do think actually like some of this is like it's like not even like the players, but like this has to go back on the coaching at this point. Like, you can't be this poorly, like this not ready to play on the road in the ACC. Like, if you're going on the road in the ACC, you have to be locked in. And like, we're just like not ready to play. They were just not ready to play. And then like, yeah, NC State got some momentum going, like sure, right? But like it just didn't look like they were ready to play. All right, now he's come on, come here, come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Yeah, sense of urgency to start the second half would be nice. I agree. But like just as easily for NC State, right? They could come back in the second half. They could like put another like 10-0 run together, and all of a sudden like they've got 55. Hey, no, no, no! Don't go back under here. Come here. What did I think of the Orange Bowl? Uh, the Orange Bowl was, well, yeah. Tennessee just kind of ran away with it, didn't they? Well, actually, so Esprit 66, we talked about this one earlier in the show. NC State almost beat Kansas too. They only lost by 6 points when they played in that Battle for Atlantis tournament. So, yeah. Yeah, Wake Forest, I agree, is pretty terrible. But, like, hey, come here, come here, come here. Come back. Ash, come back. All right, we're gonna get. I think we'll get back to the game here pretty shortly. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a long season, Chad. It's gonna be a long season. There you are. Come here. He's gonna hit his head on the desk. Come here. There you go. There it is. There we go. No, he just didn't want to get up on my lap. There he is. All right. Chat, when your team is down 22, you just have to hug your dog. Just gotta hug your dog. There's no other recourse. How we doing, buddy? It's the only thing that gets us through this game. He never looks at the camera. He always just looks at me. Maybe I should put a camera on my head, and then I'll have like a dog view. There we go. We can have like a secondary dog cam. It's clearly what we need. All right, we would need to see a little bit better of everything, but what we do need to see is no more turnovers. If we don't turn the ball over at all in the second half, we might have a shot. If we don't, if we do turn it over, there's no chance. That's going to be the key. How many times does Duke turn the ball over in the second half? If 0, perhaps chance. 1, 4. This was 8. Thomas. The other thing we could do is try to get NC State into foul trouble. We saw DJ Burns, who came in, had 6 points right away. He's got 2 fouls. That's their big man. And Ernest Ross also has 2 fouls. That's probably not as important as DJ Burns having the 2 fouls there. So that's another opportunity. So that's probably the 2 things we need to do. Get NC State into foul trouble. I suppose the other crazy thing is some of the blocks that maybe could have been fouls were just end up being blocks. Roach has reverted back to his freshman season after the break. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, literally, the dude blocks it twice on the same possession. Like, come on. Largest first half deficit versus ACC opponents. Wait, where's the Louisville one? Oh, no, the largest deficit came in the second half. Yes, there is plenty of basketball left to be played. We need to play basketball, which does not involve turning the ball over. Okay, we'll start with the ball here. Let's see what happens. Ryan Young, actually, it's a change in lineup as Lively is not in to start the second half, but Ryan Young is. So Roach, Young, Whitehead, actually, and Mitchell. So no Jalen Blakes, who started the game, and Ryan Young up and under, and he will score. So decent start there. Let's see if we can pick it up on the defensive end, too, and see what we get. So there you go, 20-point game. Let's have it. 20-point game, 19 minutes and 20 seconds to play. We have it the whole way. And okay, NC State misses a bunny there. Ryan Young has it again. Isolated one-on-one there with Gant, and there's the cutting Filipowski, and Filipowski gets that one to go. He's got 4. All right, so decent start there for Duke. One more stop and a score would probably force an NC State timeout, which is kind of exactly where we want to be. Establishing down low and post early, which is what was actually not working for us before. So I think John trying to get us some confidence back there. Travion's shot is good. Just fadeaway jump shot. Okay. Hey. No chewing on the desk chair. Come on, down. Roach coming around the curl. He's going to try to take his own step back jumper. He'll get his own rebound and try to go up with it. They should have been fouled, actually. That was a foul. That was not called. And Smith is going to go for 3. That's good. Yep, that was good the whole way. All right, well, we had a bit of life there with the first 4 points, and then NC State just came back and got 5, so that's why it has no good there. And now NC State is out in transition here. This is a 3v1 at the moment, and Smith is going to go for 3 again. Yep, 20. Smith has 20, and now we have to call timeout again. Okay, game's over. That is, there are your first 2 minutes and 20 and 16 seconds of the first half. That's, boy. I have never actually called a game over on this channel before because we always hold that hope, but there's a first time for everything. Oh my God. I don't even know. You know what the saddest part is that it actually started off pretty good for us there. We got the first 4 points. You know, NC State had a couple bad shots. It's not bad. Like things were like, okay, like maybe this is gonna work. Nope. Nope. I guess we have one timeout left. Yeah, Orlando, I know you're like what, 5, 6 hours ahead of us? It's like what? It's past midnight for you, right? 1, 2 in the morning? Too bad, because this could have been quite an exciting game, especially if it was close, like back and forth. But at this point, it's just a blowout. Puppy. This is definitely one of those where you just burn the tape, though. You just burn the tape because there's like literally nothing to like learn from. Well, I don't even know. Yeah, there's like nothing to learn from this. Just burn the tape. Move on. Is this a home and away this season though? That's what I want to know. Because I know last year we only played them once. No, this is a home and away. We have them the second to last game, February 28th, and then the week after is the Carolina game, the at Carolina game. So actually, NC State is the final home game. Interesting. NC State's our final home game on February 28th. Well, unless we have an opportunity for some revenge. Yeah, this is gratuitous at this point. 8-0 run in 48 seconds. I just like there's no precedence for this, right? Like the Hornets are down 76-47. Jesus. Ryan Young actually has 10 points, which is kind of crazy. He hasn't missed. We have 28. He's got 10. I mean, State can't miss. At this rate, they're going to have like 4 dudes with 20 points. Like, why not, right? Nice little and one by Filipowski. Get Dewana with another foul. That's his second. Let's see if Filipowski manages to get this one. This is 82% at the line for the season. I think is pretty close, something like that. Yep. All right. He's got 7. We just can't like the defense just isn't there, right? Like yeah, NC State is 4 of 5. Duke is 4 of 7. Like we've made the same number of shots. It's just like one of those things like kind of what we said earlier against like Florida State, you're just down so much. Nice aggressive move by Filipowski, by the way. Nice aggressive move. He goes coast to coast, and he will get free throws for this. That's the third foul on DJ Burns, by the way. I think Burns might have had a foot in the restricted area, so yeah. Oh, that was short. We have a lane violation? Yeah. I think Filipowski left the lane. You have to wait for it to hit the rim before you leave the free throw line. I think he went early. Well, they're Duke pressing here, full court at least. I got maybe say force NC State into mistake because the zone didn't work, so we even switched up defenses, right? And that still didn't go. So Burns trying to back down Ryan Young. Nice defense by Young. Good block by Young. Oh my God, they're gonna call him for a foul. Are you kidding? No. Come on, man. Oh, it's on Filipowski. Well, DJ Burns can't hit that free throw. Yeah, Ted Valentine, another terrible ACC ref. Of course, which one isn't? So looks like Burns will get that one. So he's got 7. All right. Now, this is, I suppose, when you learn if the team really has any metal. Like, are they just going to let themselves get blown out and lose by over 20? Or are they going to actually kind of fight back and, like, maybe we lose by 10, right? And we can't get that one to go as Ryan Young picks up the second offensive board, and that still doesn't go, but there's a foul down low. And that's the fourth on Burns, which is pretty good for us. Again, NC State short bench. Right? So what kind of team do we really have? What kind of team do we really have here? Is it a team that we're just going to lose by 20, or are we going to fight back and lose by 10? This is the tape you keep so when players say they got this, you show them this to humble them back. I made them watch this every day this week for real. Maybe. It could be another, like, I do wonder how you would like this, what the psychology of this one is. 'Cause it is interesting, right? You like, I could see it, but I could also see it's the one where you just move on. I suppose depending where it ends. Like the Wake, but you see you already, that's the problem. Like you already have a tape like that. It's Wake Forest. So now this has happened twice, and that is like, you know, once is a point, twice is a line, and if it would happen 3 times, that's a pattern. But it is slightly concerning now that you have 2 back-to-back road games in conference, by the way, where you just get run out of the gym. At least UVA only lost by what, 4 points last night? Something like that. It was close, right? All right, we got to get out of this TTV timeout. At least we have free throws when we come back. Let's hit these free throws. Maybe hit free throws 34 to 55. Jesus, you're still down 20. And then you get a stop. Maybe then you're down 19. Maybe. $20-4 in fast break baskets. Oh my God, Young can't even hit the free throw. All right. Well, I mean, we know our transition is awful anyway, so like, all right, I'm not surprised, I suppose. But look, we got their big man replacement, by the way, second string, out with 4 fouls right now. Like NC State is literally not playing 2 of their best players, right? Okay, Morcell's 3 doesn't go down, and Duke comes down with the rebound here. Okay, Whitehead tries to get Filipowski, and Ryan Young just didn't even see that, so he kind of pushed Filipowski out of the way, and now here's Smith is going to get 22 and the and one, so again, you just have these like bizarro, like, okay, really boneheaded play, like this alley-oop just doesn't work. And now you come down on this play and you foul, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point swing, right? Like you could have scored 2, and now you give them in transition on this side. Like, we might not even get above 45. Which, by the way, NC State had 44 at halftime, which would have meant they should have just taken the entire half off. We wouldn't have beat them with an empty floor. Literally, we would have could have had a layup line. We still wouldn't have won. The starting guards are 0 for 10. Okay. Blake's gets stripped, and so there's another transition opportunity for NC State as Smith is just gonna okay, and will get fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. That's another foul on Filipowski. And now Smith has 24 points, as NC State's got 59. Appreciate everybody still hanging around though, despite the 26-point blowout. It's definitely not the most entertaining game to watch or commentate, for that matter, as Tyrese Proctor hits Filipowski with the swing pass on the outside. But the Filipowski three, despite looking quite good, was just long. And the rebound down NC State, so it's one and done there. And that Tripp and Joyner will hit that too, because they'll hit everything, and NC State just can't miss. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be on the phone with good old Coach K. Yeah, I don't even know if Coach K is watching, to be honest. Like, he's said he's just been sort of detached from the whole program, right? I mean, I think I'd be with Coach K for perhaps a motivation, like, how do I motivate these guys, or like, what do I do now, kind of thing, like I can see that. The crazy thing is like even the student section here at NC State, which is right behind the benches, by the way, you can see it on this camera angle, is like half empty. Like, you would have thought that the students would have shown up for Duke, and like the fact that like we're blowing them out, maybe somebody like folks would have shown up. Yeah, well, Filipowski with 10, so there's a bright spot there. Ryan Young with a nice pass, actually. Oh my God, Jalen Blakes gets floored by the screen, and now NC State puts the ball on the deck, but it's not actually a turnover, and it actually will be a foul. Oh, Proctor is going to get the foul. This wouldn't have happened. Well, like I said, that Clemson game, remember, we went to Clemson. This happened at Clemson. And this almost happened at Louisville, too. And NC State going to hit a three here because why not? I mean, just bank it in, too. Proctor will get an and one at least. Let me let the dog out for a sec. Go for it, buddy. Go. At least Duke continues to be pressing, so we're making them play some sort of defense here. Not that it matters, because NC State, that was almost a 10-second violation, actually. Oh my goodness. Oh my good. That three had gone down, man. Now they're just taking like fancy shots. Lively looking for either Mitchell or Filipowski down low, but decides not to throw it. Now Filipowski will get it. Nice pass from Filipowski. And it's actually a foul on the floor. Oh, man. That was actually a really nice pass by Flip. All right, Chad, what do you want to talk about since the game is not what we. I have coach waiting on them in the morning. I'd have coach waiting on them in the morning. This is like one of those like stories where you're like locked out of the locker room, right? You like they show up tomorrow morning that can't get in the locker room, and then like Coach K makes them like practice in street clothes or something. What was that? What was like the JJ Redick story, right? And he said it's like you have to earn your jersey again, something like that. This is like one of those times. But yeah, it would be interesting to see what John Shire's like motivation, like his ability to motivate, will be put to the test after this one because, as we said, we have a game this weekend coming up against BC, okay? And we got to get ready to play. There's a team that we already played this season. We beat them this season. So I'm just looking at our stats here, right? It was a team we beat 75-59, so rather handedly. Now, granted, it was at home, so we have to go again on the road to Boston College. And then we have a Pitt team that comes into town next Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and they just come up. They come off a win against Virginia, right? So, and then Clemson. You have Clemson next weekend. That's not going to be another tough game, and then you have Miami. So like the schedule doesn't get any easier, right? You got road games, and then you got other tough games as they come in. May head to bed. No worries, Orlando fan club, man. Thanks for joining. We got to get this thing in bounds. Jeez. It's like NC State like won't even let us inbound the ball, and they're like up 25. Thomas's second foul there. It's the 16th foul, so the next one puts us in the bonus. I don't really want to shoot free throws the rest of the way. Nice pass and dump off there. Lively. Nope. Oh my God, Ted Valentine, just like stop, man. You're like the hand signals are so over the top. It's insane. It's so bad, man. It's like so gratuitous. Nobody tuned in to see the ref tonight. As Lively actually gets one. And will miss the second. And Filipowski tries to tap it out, but cannot. And NC State picks it back up. Yeah, Lively bumps in. That's an easy foul. Yeah, easy foul call. Easy foul call. Oh, maybe a turnover here. Good hustle by Lively, actually. Very nice. So at least still showing some fight there. Diving for the loose ball. Filipowski. Oh my God. Offensive foul. That was such a quick offensive foul, man. I feel like it was a flop by State here. Jeez. What we're seeing is a young team, man. We're just seeing you're just seeing a lot of youth. And like ever since we took the break, we just haven't looked the same. Like they took the break for finals and then the break again for that Christmas break, like that break in the continuity, just awful. It's just been awful for us. I think it's part of being a young team that was like, starting to get into rhythm and like actually looking pretty good with everybody healthy and everything. Oh boy. Well, DJ Burns has 4, Filipowski has 4, as Dewanda's get 2. I mean, that was a pretty clean block, although I guess he uses the off arm, but like brick of a free throw. I don't even think the ref knows who that ball actually went off of. They're just going to give it to us out of sympathy. And Blake's in transition. Wow, Blake's actually made a transition bucket. That's incredible. We have a guard that can hit buckets in transition. Smith, that's long actually. Duke down with that rebound. It's a foul. It's a foul in 24. Yeah. Ernest Ross there. That's his 4th. Now it's become rather ticky-tack. The whistle's been blowing. Both teams are in the bonus with more than 7 fouls, and there's still 10 minutes to go. This and the weight game are unacceptable. I mean, I agree, man. It's crazy. You would have thought the weight game was the wake-up call, right? But like to have it happen again within the week? That free throw doesn't go. Okay, that was a terrible camera angle. Air ball. Wow. Filipowski's calling for it. Nice pass by Proctor, but the dunk. Oh, he gets fouled. At least I like the idea of this here, this transition run out. It's a nice pass by Proctor. Maybe with Traquavion Smith's fingers taped, he can't shoot anymore, but I highly doubt it. I mean, he's already done his damage with 24. Filipowski goes 1 of 2 again. Jesus, I mean, if you're even trying to get back into the game, missing at the free throw line is not it, right? Looks like my feed has cut off here for a second. Probably don't want me to see in this. There we go. Oh, geez. Oh. Let's refresh that. Buffering for a second here. Well, apparently now YouTube TV doesn't want me to watch the game either, so there you go. There you go. It blacked the game out for us, chat. I have no idea. I don't know why my thing is dropped out. My internet still seems to be working, I think, as the stream is still going. And I have connectivity elsewhere, but the game has stopped. It looks like NC State hit a 3, so don't know who though. Play. Press play to unpause the, yeah. Okay. I mean, Filipowski's just taking free throws all night long, apparently. Oh man, that might have been goaltending actually by Whitehead. It wasn't going to go down, but I think he touched it. Filipowski out to Whitehead. Whitehead for 3. No, no good. Blake's skying in for a rebound. It was good effort. But it's the 4th foul on Jalen Blake's. Oh, it's on Young. Morcell has 6. Joyner was the one that hit the 3. There we go. Young got most points. No, actually, Filipowski has the most points for us. So 46-69. I would have very much liked for this score line to be reversed, obviously. 7:30, what, 7:37? 7:57 actually to go here in the game. Chad, I think at this point we just look forward. TRG, why are we not good? We have so much talent. Losing to Wake and NC State is rough. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of talent, but the talent needs to be built into a team, right? Like playing. Smith and Joyner have 45 points themselves. Actually, like the only like solace I suppose we can take is that we have now actually eclipsed the NC State's point total from the first half, which they had 44 points in the first half. We now have 46. So if we had totally just forgotten it and they hadn't scored anything, then maybe we would be back in this game. Actually, Jaden Shute coming into the game now as the free throw is no good there by Ebenezer Dewana. Let's see what Jaden Shute can do here. Tariq Whitehead to Filipowski at the top of the key. Blake's has absolutely nothing going, and it's another turnover, which is the 18th of the night. Like, we didn't even get a shot, right? Like, on that possession. There's just no shot. Like, anytime there's a turnover, there's just no shot. Like, you don't get a shot. It's like 18 shots that we could have taken that we haven't hit. $18 shots, even shooting 37.5%, right? Like, by the way, NC State has taken 18 more shots than we have. If you had 8, let's say you do turn it over, but let's say there's only 6 turnovers, okay? So it's like 12. It's like 12. So it's like 12 extra shots that you have, right? Oh my God, Proctor just gets blocked. His 3 gets blocked. Good Lord. Now they're blocking 3-point shots. So let's say you had 12. Even if you were shooting 38, so let's say 40% from 12. That's like 5 made buckets. That's like 10. That's a travel. That's 5 made buckets. That's 10 more points. 56. It still doesn't matter. There's just like no space, no separation. Gonna be tough for Shire because they can only get used to these guys for 1 year and go all in. Yeah. I mean, well, that's what Coach K had to deal with too, right? And like Shire has been an assistant coach through the span of the one and done era. It's like not a new thing. So it's not like a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise. Oh, well, Whitehead gets 3. Oh my God. This Burns now has 11. Like he's hit these crazy shots. This guy, this big, should like not be able to move like this. Good lord. Oh well, Whitehead got that, so that's 12 for him. Hey, at least UNC is. Are they though? I mean, in losses, yeah, they are. I mean, Tariq White had 4 of 6 from 3. He's got 12 points. Like, look, on any other night, this would have been pretty good, right? We said we would have taken that. I mean, okay, Whitehead is going to just step into another one, but that's just a quick shot. He couldn't get that one to go, even though it was a straight on from the top of the key. So, everyone wants DJ Byrne to go up on Ryan Young. Good piece of defending by Young, but wow, DJ Burns has the last 6 points here for NC State. 7 points. I don't even know anymore. Oh, Whitehead going to turn this over. Yep. NC State offensive rebound. It can't be worse than Louisville. No, that one is true. Yeah, Ryan Young has fouled out with 11 points. Good lord. Flip for profits, go Wolfpack. Hey, it was your night, it was your night, y'all. It was your night. Does Lively just not score? You know, Lively definitely like has defensive presence and makes his role is like defensive, but like I don't like to your point, like we just haven't utilized him well offensively, I don't think. Cuz like clearly like Filipowski can be used. No, here's the other one. Like clearly Ryan Young can go out and score 20 points, right? And like playing in the post. So like why can't Lively do that? And like Lively, you would say has way more talent than Ryan Young, right? So like we're just like not using him effectively enough. I would guess we like it just hasn't worked on the offensive end with Lively. It's worked defensively great, right? Defensively, it's worked great, but yeah, on the offensive end, it's just not going. So. All right, final TV timeout. This is it. I'm not even going to go over the stats. As soon as the clock hits double zeros, chat, we are done for tonight. I'm going to have dinner. I'm going to go feed the dog. I'm going to go forget about this game. They got 3 players with all their points. Yeah, pretty much. Cravion Smith 24, Jarkel Joyner 21, DJ Burns 14, Morcell's got 8, Dewana 4, Gant 4, Thomas 3. And they even had one of their players here, Jack Clark, number 5, averaging 10 points a game, didn't play. Like NC State has been hampered with injury. And yeah. I don't know. I just don't understand why. Like, I guess this team is just not tough enough. I don't know. I like that is the conclusion that I must draw. Yeah, and Esperit 66 has got it. I think we talked about this earlier. Like the team was starting to come together, like things were looking good, and then we went on this break and it was like completely disjointed. And like and maybe we should have seen. Yeah. It was just completely disjointed. And I guess the Florida State game kind of threw us off because it was at home and it was like, okay, we had like like you go out on the road and you lay an egg against Wake Forest. Okay, you come back home, you get well against Florida State. Things are okay. Fine, right? No cause for concern. Like it happens. But like this again, like this is concerning. I mean, NC State is going to score their average of 80 points or higher. And we play defense against ourselves. Like we hold teams to 60 points, we're going to hold ourselves to under 60. Like yeah, I agree. Other than Purdue game, we played pretty good. And then we just take these two breaks and like it's just complete like it's a total like this team has like no idea what's going on. Reeves now into the game, Shoot into the game, Proctor into the game, Whitehead in, basically, and Grandison, basically four freshmen. Oh my God! And Proctor just throws it into the stand. I mean, Kale Catchings. And Proctor is now adding. Okay, so that's it. We're like yeah, like the bench is it. Like beyond the bench, it's like the second. It's like the third unit is in here, chat. I think that's gonna sum it up here. So yeah, and they've got it's just gratuitous at this point. If anybody took NC State by more than 30, congratulations. You made one hell of a bet. Yeah. Oh dear. We got noises outside from the dogs that are playing. Well, Miami might actually go down to Georgia Tech, although that game is close too. A minute, what, 77 seconds left. Oh, geez. Oh, hi. Hi. We have a dog. Dogs have attacked. This is the brightest spot of the night here. These two pups. Oh my gosh, they are going at it. Two pups are just going for it, man. The dog is thirsty and hungry. We didn't even play good in that tourney. We would blow Oregon State and Xavier out. Yeah, I mean, we might not be in the. Well, look, you lose again in Boston College. You're definitely out of the out of the rankings for sure. And even the NC State like walk-ons are making buckets now. Oh shoot! Shoot gets a 3. See, I'm telling you, man, I think Shoot should get more minutes. I've been pounding the table for Shoot to get more minutes for a long time. And then Grandison had a good game, and I was like, all right, I had to shut up. Or he had like 2 good games, and then I had to shut up. But like, I actually still think that that Shoot should get more minutes. We're getting beat by walk-ins, yeah, man. All right, let's get this thing over with. Come on. We don't need to go to the monitor for flagrant foul here. This was a basketball play. Bench Roach and Blake, start Proctor and Shoot. I mean, why not, man? They probably should. I would like to see Christian Reeves play more too. So I thought the thinking coming into the season, right, was that Reeves was going to redshirt, and like I don't even know if that's going to happen. But like if it doesn't, he's just like yeah, he doesn't get more minute. He doesn't get many more like much play time. Burns out. Did I just read Texas A&M and forgot? Yeah, somebody Orlando fan club mentioned that earlier that A&M got a technical foul for forgetting their uniforms, which I don't know what they would play. Roach hasn't done anything since the break. Actually, let's look at that. Yeah, he had 4 points tonight on like something like it must have been like 2 of 10 shooting or something like that. Pretty bad. Um, this was the other night. He had 9 points against Florida State. And then he had only 6 points against Wake. And yeah, it's like. It's just not good. And now the NC State walk ons are actually in the game. They took a timeout for putting them in. Are we taking a timeout? Why? If we are we? All right, that's gonna be it, guys. We're gonna call it there. We gotta go have dinner. I gotta go feed the pups. It was not our night. It was pretty terrible, to be honest. Hopefully, we can do better against NC State. Thank you all for hanging around. I know there's definitely some folks that hung around for the game, despite the fact that it was a blowout. Definitely not the funnest to watch, not the funnest to commentate. Congratulations, NC State, on your win. And we will upset in Atlanta. I guess Miami goes down 2 on the road, as Virginia went down last night on the road as well. So apparently, everybody getting upset on the road in the ACC. Although, I would have at least rather had this be respectable. So yeah, payback at Duke is to be the last home game. But that's it. That's it. We're gonna call it here. And everybody, have a good rest of your night. Have a good rest of your week. Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday. Make sure to hit the sub button so you know when we go live, and you can come back and chat with us here. Saturday is going to be it against Boston College. Hopefully, we get a nice bounce back win against the Eagles. Until then, go